Today is Monday, March 9th, and we're going to review two trades. The first trade was in NVDA, and it was this morning. The thought behind the trade was we had an inverted hammer here. Price was away from the 8 and the 20 and from the VWAP at that time. So I was looking at it as a possible lower high. So I entered into this candle. We're at this $178.98 level. I entered here. Price went up. I had my stop here above this candle, which was my reason. So the stop was at 179.49. The second candle, it followed through. At one point, I think I was up. The open gains or profits was at 27%, but I didn't close out the trade. And as you can see, price consolidated. The 8 caught up. The 20 turned up, and I ended up taking an exit here with a 5% loss at this level. And as you can see, it went up, and if you look further back, towards the end of the day, price really moved up. But I wanted to show this trade because it didn't work, but still just talk about it because you can have the right thought or the right logic and then not have follow through. So this should have been a scalp, and I should have just closed out the scalp at that 27% and just moved on to the next trade. But I didn't. So the lesson here is it's just that you can have the right thought, but then you want to follow what the trend is, and the overall trend was an uptrend, and this was just a pullback. So you want to make sure that you're following the trend. And then the second trade was towards the end of the day in AMZN, and AMZN kind of stayed in a range most of the day around the moving averages and what have you. But towards later in the day, it broke up through the opening price, and it found support here on this pre-market high level. Now, I wasn't at my desk. I was actually on my phone. So I entered this trade using my phone. So I entered here around this, I think it was like 327 at this $212.19 level. Price broke above the previous day low, and it reclaimed the previous day low, and it actually touched, this is the 200 MA, it touched the 200 MA, and I closed out this trade at 3:37 p.m. with approximately 30%. And so this is the 5-minute chart. If we go back to the 2-minute chart, you'll be able to see that it was here after this pause. My entry was right above the breaker of this red candle here. So I entered here and held through here. Not bad. A better trade would have been to enter here down at support around the 8, and you had the 20 and the VWAP. There was a lot of support down here. That would have been the best place or the ideal place to enter the trade and then capture the entire move. But I'll take the second part of the trade. I was good with that. I was on the phone, and it still looked that way. So I exit and my stop. I had my stop here put my stop here because to me, if it was going to pull back at this previous day low and break down, then I would have, it would have been a quick, you would have known quickly if I was wrong. So I had my stop here, as you see, at this $211.44 level, which was right above that previous day low. I was aware that price was away from my 20 and from my 8, so I just put the stop in, kind of had it tight, and just went from there. It was towards the end of the session, so I wasn't going to hold long. I had a 0 DTE option. The option expired today, so I wasn't going to hold it overnight. So those are the trades for today, and I will see you tomorrow.